Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, my name is Muhammad Afiq Akmal bin Muhammad AMIR. So today we have a task to do a slide, present about BMCG 1013 differential equation. The assignment, we make the video. So this is our members. So for the question 1, for the step 1, we need to separate the variable utt equal to a squared 2 usx. Then we get x double prime over x equal to k x prime minus kx equal to 0. Then for the step 2, we do the boundary condition. Then we get the x bracket x open bracket 0 close bracket equal to 0 and xl equal to 0 too. After that, step 3, it have a 3 case. For the case 1, case 2, after we do the complex conjugate, then we get the 0. A equal to 0 and B equal to 0. So we omit the solution for the case 1. Same goes to the case 2. We got the B equal to 0 and A equal to 0. Then we omit 2. For the case 3, the K we change into the negative lambda squared 2. Then we get where we use the complex conjugate, then we get the imaginary lambda. Then we put the imaginary lambda into the equation A cos lambda x plus B sin lambda x. Then we use the initial condition. Then we get x0 x not equal to A equal to 0 and SL we get the B sin lambda L equal to 0. And then B cannot equal to 0. So we use sin lambda L equal to 0. Lambda L equal to n pi. So we need the lambda value of lambda. Then we get lambda n equal to n pi over L. Then we put back the value of lambda into the equation. Then xn x equal to b sin n pi x over L. That's all from me. Next.
Assalamualaikum, nama saya Muhammad SYAHMI bin FOUZI. And then we go to the next step to find the Tn value. Then we use the formula T double prime minus K alpha squared times T equal to 0. Then we solve the solution and we solve the equation and then we get the value in the complex conjugate, the complex number. Then we use the complex conjugate equation and then we get the value of Tt, C cos lambda At plus B sin lambda At. And then we change the value of lambda that we have compared. We get the n pi over L. Then the value of Tn is Cn cos n pi over L times At plus Bn sin n pi over L times At. And then we need to find the UXT is equal to Xn times 2Tn. We need to assume that to find the An value is An equals to Bn times Cn. And then Bn equals to Bn times Bn. And then we get the answer for UXT. Sum n equals to 1 infinity sin n pi x over L in bracket An cos n pi a over L times T plus Bn sin n pi a over L times T. And then we do the initial condition. First initial condition, U at T0 equals to Fx. And then we use the equation of UXT, and then we change the value of t equals to 0. And then we get the answer, sum n equals to 1 infinity an sin n pi x over l equal to fx. Then we recall the Fourier series formula, and then we can get the value of an is 2 pi over l integrate 0 l fx sin n pi x over l dx. Then the second initial condition is ut x t0 equals to 0. Then to solve the second initial condition, we need to differentiate the equation. And then we change the value of t equals to 0. And then the equation ut x t0 is equal to 0. So the value of bn is 0. That's all from Ahli.
Okay, so for the next step, if we look back at the question, there were given two functions, which is the first one is fx equal to bx for 0 less than x and less than l over 2, and the second one is fx equal to b open bracket l minus x close bracket for l over 2 less than x and less than l. So since there were function given, so we need to put the function into the equation an following their limit. And then to solve the integration of function, we use tabular method. So from tabular method, so we can solve the equation and then we can get the value of an. So since bn equal to 0, so only an equation we put into the UXT equation, and there is the final answer. That's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for my friend, and my name is Afiq, and I want to start about the question 2A. And for the first step, we know that this is the question of IDE equation, and we must follow the equation. We follow the same variable to get the value, such as n, c, and k, and we get the final answer. Okay, next for the equation B. Okay, this equation give that about the odd equation. And first step, we must plot the equation. We follow the lecture in the class. If we plot the equation and get the graph, and we get the sample such as like this, and we know that the odd Fourier series, we must symmetry with the origin, and we get the second line, which is the behind under the curve under the line T. And next, we know that about the formula of the odd formula, and not and an is equal to 0 because the odd formula, and we continue about the formula of bn, and we follow the formula step by step. First step, we put the true value about the tabular method, and we must focus more on the cos sine value, and then we get the final answer, which is negative 2 pi over n open bracket negative 1 close bracket n sine and t. And if we next about the final answer, we must to take it and to the FT equation, which is a general equation, sum of infinity n equal to 1 bn sine and pi t over l, and we take the final answer to the bn. And next, for the multiplication software MATLAB, we have used the MATLAB to generate the waveform, and this is our generical waveform using MATLAB multiplication software. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, for today's equation, we need to determine AN and BN steady state from answer A and B. Okay, from answer A, we get one equation, ODE equation, which is y prime plus 0.05 y prime plus 50y equals to answer B, which is minus 2 pi over n minus 1 n sine nt. And we get one particular equation from the equation, which is an cos nt plus bn sine nt. And then from the particular equation, we need to derive two times, which is yn prime, and we will get yn prime and yn double prime. So from the derivation, 2 times derivation, we need to replace into the ODE equation, and we will get like this. And then we separate, we factorize the variable in this equation, which is cos nt and sin nt for the both side, right and left hand side. And then from the factorize, we factorize cos nt, we get this equation. And then from this equation, we need to find the value of Pn. And from the others equation, which is we factorize as sin nt, we get this equation. And then we put the value of Bn into this equation, and we will get like this. And then we need to solve until we get new An. And then we get new An value, and we replace An value into the Bn value, and we will get new Bn. So this is the final answer, An